Welcome to my channel. The tagline of my channel is not just pass but pass with distinction. You may be wondering, how is this possible in this pandemic uncertain situation? But children, pandemic or uncertain situation should not be any excuse to back out from achieving your important D of your life, that is dream. You have to keep your spirits up for achieving your dream. Of course, with 3 days, discipline, dedication, and determination. And I have full confidence that you can overcome the situation and achieve your goals. So, here I am, Mrs. Alamukarti Neeraj Kumar, with yet another video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and ensure that you click on the bell icon to get the notification of my new videos. In this video, I am going to explain the 12th standard lesson 1.3, The Cop and the Anthem by O. Henry. Before getting into the lecture, I will brief you about the author. The author is William Sidney Porter, his original name. He was born on September 11, 1862 and died on June 5, 1910. He was better known by his pen name O. Henry. That is, he used to write with the name O. Henry. He was an American short story writer. His stories are known for their surprise endings. The Gift of Magi, Ransom of the Red Chief, Cop and the Anthem, Happy Prince are his famous works. Explanation of the first part. The first part is, Soapy left his bench and strolled till limbo must be devised. Students, you can pause the video, read this part and then resume it. But before beginning, let's have the background of the story. The story starts with Soapy thinking about the cold winter which is to be broken in few days. He had no home and how he will be able to protect himself from the severe winter. He thought of an idea that to get arrested and in jail, he would be protected and would be safe from the cold winter. So he tries many ways to get arrested while doing various mischiefs. This lesson is the account of the various mischiefs he does and finally whether he gets arrested or not. That is the end of the story. Now let's see what all mischiefs he does. He left his bench and was walking on a broad way and came across the luxurious cafe. He had full confidence in his looks, because he was wearing a coat, his face was clean shaven, he was having a bow and he looks as if he was an honest person, and that bow was given to him on the Thanksgiving Day. He thought if he could reach the table of the restaurant and have a luxurious food, and finally they may call the police because he did not have a single money to have the food. But as he set foot inside the restaurant's door, the waiters saw his torn trousers and they didn't allow him to enter into the restaurant. So he turned back and realized that to reach Coveted Island is not that easy. Coveted Island means the jail. He should think of another way to get arrested. Now let's see the vocabulary. Asphalt, small granules of stone, roasted mallard duck, baked cooked duck, tattered, torn. Explanation of the second part. Second part starts at a corner of 6th till total strangers. Students, you can again pause the video, read this part and resume the video. Last part what we saw was Soapy was thinking of a new idea to get arrested. While he was thinking, he was walking on the pavement and at the corner of the 6th Avenue, he saw an attractive shop window decorated with lights. Soapy got an idea. and dashed it through the glass. People came running and also the policeman. Soapy stood still and smiled at the police.
Where is the man that done that?
Don't you think that I might have something to do with it?
The policeman refused to accept that Soapy could have thrown the stone, as any person who smashed the windows would not remain to chat with the police. He would run away. So that idea of Soapy also failed. On the opposite side, Soapy saw a restaurant which was not that luxurious, so he thought he could easily get inside, and after having the food, he will say he don't have any money. So he went inside, he had a lavish food, ate beef steak, flapjacks, donuts and pie. And finally, when the bill was given, he said, the minutest coin and he were the strangers. That is, he doesn't have a single money at all. Glossary: napery, household linens, tablecloths. Bitook, go to. Explanation of the third part. Now get busy till them be. Students, pause the video, read this part and resume. In the previous part, we saw Soapy having a lavish meal in the restaurant, and when the bill came, what was the reaction? Let's see.
Now get busy and call a cop. And don't keep a gentleman waiting.
No cop for you. Hey, con.
So the two waiters lifted Soapy by catching his left ear and he was thrown out. Again, police was not called or neither arrest happened. He felt arrest was very difficult for him. He came across the policeman in front of the drugstore and he was stopped with a sudden fear and he became panicked. He saw another policeman walking lazily in front of the glittering theater. And then he started behaving as a drunken person and started yelling. He danced, shouted, raved and disturbed the skies. The policeman said,
"'Tis one of them ye lads celebrating the goose egg they give to the Hartford College. Noisy, but no harm. We have instructions to let them be."
Explanation of fourth part. Disconsolate, Soapy stopped till 2 blocks away. Students, pause the video, read this part and resume back. Soapy was very unhappy as that plan also had failed. He saw a well-dressed man lighting a cigar. He had a silk umbrella and he kept the umbrella by the door. Soapy grabbed the umbrella and started walking slowly. The man followed him and said,
"My umbrella."
Oh, is it? Well, why don't you call a policeman? I took it, your umbrella. Why don't you call a cop? There stands one on the corner.
When the umbrella man heard the policeman, he stopped and said,
"Of course. Well, you know how these mistakes occur if it's your umbrella. I hope you'll excuse me. I picked it up this morning in a restaurant. If you recognize it as yours, why, I hope you'll."
Of course, it's mine.
The umbrella man retreated and policeman went to help a tall man on the other end of the street. Explanation of fifth part. The fifth part starts from Soapy walked eastward till next morning. That is the last end of the lesson. Students, you can pause the video, read this part and resume back. Soapy walked towards east and he threw the umbrella angrily and muttered against the people who crossed him because all his ideas failed. After some time, he reached one of the avenues near the Madison Square where his home is a park bench. But in a corner, he came to a standstill as his eyes fell on an old church and he could hear the anthem or ringing bell from the church. The sweet music caught Soapy's ears and he became fixed against the coils of the iron fence. It was dusk and the moon was full and radiant. Vehicles on the roads were very few. Sparrows tweeted sleepily, and he remembered the days when he had ambitions, friends, and mother, and perfectly clean and tidy collars. These thoughts created a sudden change in his mind, and his heart responded to this strange mood, and he decided that he would pull himself out of the mire and would make a man of himself. He thought he would conquer evil that enslaved him. He would resurrect his old eager ambitions and will achieve them without losing strength. He thought the next day he would find work for his living. A fur importer had offered him a driver job. He would also be somebody in this world. Suddenly, he felt a hand on his arm. He saw an impassive face of a policeman.
What are you doing here?
Nothing.
Then come along.
He was taken to the magistrate the next morning, and the magistrate said,
3 months on the island.
So, here finally he got arrested. The whole day he was trying various mischiefs because he wanted to get arrested. But when he changed himself, fate played and he got arrested. Hope you understood the lesson. Thank you for watching me. Make sure you like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe my channel. Thank you.